cousin to.
All right, fight fans, we have here world famous and local legend Joel Diaz. Joe, first of all, thank you for giving us the space to come talk a little bit of boxing. I gotta ask you, I'm gonna do it right away. Plug in some of these guys' names that you have here that fans should be following.
Well, we have some really good talent. We have some local talent that you guys are gonna see in the next few years. You know, future stars like Grant Flores. Grant Flores is a kid that started with us when he was 8 years old. He debuted this year. He's 3-0, 2 knockouts. Great performance in his last fight. We have Manuel Flores, who is Grant's cousin, another local kid who is already 13-1, I believe. He had a little bump on the road on his previous fight, and came back a couple weeks ago and came out with a great performance, a great knockout. And Manny is back on the road again. Going to learn from those mistakes, and hopefully pretty soon we'll be looking to see Manny Flores fighting for a world title. I have two other brothers that are here from Cathedral City, Tito Sanchez and Leo Bazooka Sanchez. Two brothers that were recently signed by Miguel Cotto Promotions. The first fight after they signed, we went to Panama. They won over there by knockout, both of them. Great fights, tough opponents. And recently, we flew to Puerto Rico with Tito. Fought a kid from Puerto Rico, a kid that was 15-1 when Tito was 10-0. And Tito knocked him out in 3 rounds to bring home the WBC Continental title, which puts him in the top rankings. And Leo Bazooka Sanchez fought the same night as Manny and Grant, and he also won by knockout in the second round. So we have a lot of talent. We have the local talent, which are those I mentioned right now, and that's not mentioning the new kids that we got coming up. We got kids from ages 8 to 18. We got kids that have been with us since they were very, very young, and they're pretty close to making that step, that transition to moving into the professional business. And it's like they're just moving on. It's a cycle. But I also have a team of fighters, a very, very strong team of fighters. They came to me years ago, approximately 5-6 years ago. Some are from Russia. Most of them are from Uzbekistan. And after they finished their Olympic Games, they came to me. They turned pro here with me. The majority of them are undefeated, and they're ranked in the top 5 in the world amongst the best. I've had 2 world champions. 3 of them are ranked in number 1 and number 2, and these guys are pretty tough. One of them is Morajan Akhmadaliev. Everybody knows him as Kaka. We have Bek the Bully. Bek the Bully. Everybody knows Bek the Bully. He's probably the most famous from all of them. He loves the Mexican attire. He walks in the ring with a sombrero, with Mexican music, and he loves the tradition. So he brings a lot of attention. Bek the Bully fights October 7th in Las Vegas on the Zurdo Ramirez undercard. We have Israel Madrimov, another kid who's undefeated. He's really close to getting a world title. Shakram Diasov, a kid that won the silver medal in Rio 2016, who is also undefeated, who a couple months ago fought in New Orleans and had a great fight. And from there on, they just keep going. You know, we have another kid that we just came back from Oklahoma, who won the gold medal in the Olympics last year. He's a heavyweight, who is Big Uzbek, Bahadir Jalolov. He won the gold medal in the Olympics, and he's back in his country representing Uzbekistan in the Asian Games. We have a lot of activity. We have a lot of top talent here in the Diaz training camp. A lot of people don't know because they just see that we're working, but they don't really follow the prospects that we have here. And pretty soon, I mean, everything takes time. Like our local fighters are building up. You know, they're climbing the ladder, and pretty soon they're going to be well known because they're going to start getting more famous.
Awesome, and that's what we like to do here in ATR. We like to plug in not just the Becks of the world, but also those guys that are up and coming, because they also deserve love.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's a big fight coming up in about 10 days. Somebody that just started just like these guys. He's now a big name, the face of boxing. Canelo taking on Jermell Charlo. What are your thoughts on that fight? And do you give Jermell a chance to upset Canelo?
Everybody has a chance. Every fighter that has two hands always has a chance. But I mean, obviously, a lot of respect for Team Canelo and Team Charlo, but I mean, the game of boxing plays more of a business than a sport nowadays. I mean, honestly, like I said, everybody has a chance. Jermell Charlo has a chance, but not against Canelo. Even he has not fought in over 2 years, and he is coming from 154 to 168. It's a big difference. You know, Canelo chose Jermell Charlo because he's an attractive fighter, but you know, attractive fighter with a lot of potential. He looks good. He fights well. He has a lot of great boxing ability, but he doesn't have the strength, the power to make Canelo respect him. On the other hand, Canelo has a lot of power that will hurt him. You know, why Canelo chose him instead of his other brother who is in the heavier division. I mean, like I said, I mean, it doesn't matter. A lot of people always criticize boxing. They criticize the boxers, the trainers, and if we say something because we feel it's right, they're always like, well, they're looking for a paycheck. Obviously, this is a job. We're looking for a job, right? That's our job. But Canelo, as a Mexican fighter, I believe that he owes his people a rematch against BIVOL. You know, I mean, why go to Jermell Charlo when he said he will come back and fight BIVOL and avenge that loss? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't understand. Canelo, and I'm going to say it for the first time, anybody that fights Canelo makes money. Canelo is the cash cow of the sport. And I just don't agree with Canelo saying, I don't fight Mexican fighters.